Okay, Brian from Garage Mahal. This is the two boxes that your greenhouse will come in. So it fits in my, I guess, short bed pickup truck pretty easy. And just to give you an idea, so that's box one, that's box two at the bottom, and this will make your 40-foot greenhouse. So anyway, I'm going to go to my grandfather-in-law's, I guess that's what you call him, property, and we will set this up. So stay tuned. All right, so we're out in the garden, and we're going to open the boxes up and see everything that we get inside. Make sure that we have everything, and then we'll go from there. So. And yeah, let me start putting some of this together, but we're gonna spread out the parts as best as we can, separate them and make things a little bit easier, so stay tuned. All right, so that's the instructions. So that is the parts list. And then that's like how they want to set it up assembly-wise. That's page 3 and 4. So step by step. Okay, so this looks like it's probably the end, because I'm kind of like looking for a door slit. I don't see that. These are the window cutouts. Looks like they're Velcro. That looks like that is the door frame. And again, getting down here. So it's got plenty of window cutouts on the sides. That's great for some cross ventilation. And then here looks like we have kind of like the door opening, so you can kind of see how it's slightly squared off at the top there. So kind of make it easier to follow along. So the garden up there, so that we're gonna have it run out this way. So, and it's folded under a few times. Got a little frustrating, but it was okay. So basically it's kind of like, I guess they must have folded it in the middle and then folded it a couple times underneath itself. So that took a couple minutes to get straightened out, but there you go. All right, so it looks like that's probably gonna be something like the clips. These are your different bolts that we're gonna be using. Looks like some stakes to kind of help stake it down on the ground. And I got the arches pulled out, and I got all the piping separated. So into their separate categories. So first I'm gonna put one arch together just to kind of see how big it is to kind of measure over in that area. All right, so got the first arch set up, and you need the longer bolts. So it protrudes through the other side like that. And then these are 8 number 3 holes, and then a number 2 at the end here. And then same thing, we're gonna put longer bolts through there to hold that all into one piece as we move it. Okay, so got all the arches laid out. I haven't bolted them together yet. And then I got 3 sections of all the 3s with a number 2 at each end. And again, we'll have to bolt these together too to kind of make everything go together a little bit easier. This is kind of like what we have left. So parts are running low, and then on either end of the frame, you're gonna have a 4 that has a hook on that. These weren't all decaled, and then that's a 5, and then another 4 at that end. So, okay, so I got 2 of the arches up, and obviously, let me get that in focus. Obviously, as you're going, I would definitely probably tighten it up so it's kind of like flush So if you're not building in place like I am, since we're still leveling, we'll be able to move it into place. And it does have these kind of like squared off carriage bolts at the top. So again, you have to make sure that that kind of lines up so you can tighten that. But yeah, as we go through, so that's what we're looking at so far. All right, so we have basically all the ribs installed, 44 feet long, and we're basically gonna kind of like lift it into the area, and then we're gonna put the framing at the bottom, put the cover on, and then we're gonna lift it up from there, make it a lot easier. Okay, so, well, the wind blew that out of place, but that is your door frame. So it's pretty easy, 10-10. So those are those pieces. And then you have 11 and 12, which are the hinge. And they are numbered. In case your stickers come off for whatever reason. And then that's your 13, and then your 14. So that's that. Okay, so some explaining. We got this up, and the corner pieces by the doorway should kind of look like this. So you have the bottom piece that comes down, you got the number 2 on this side, so it cups up like that, and then it bolts through there. And then your door frame, you got there for the hinges, and you have those tie-in brackets at the top. On the other side, we don't have anything tight yet, but we just have that kind of situated. So again, on this side, see how we have it nice and cupped underneath like that. And then your cross members go here, and you do have the opening, so we have that cross member missing on either side, just nice and open. And we're going to go through and we're going to tighten all the bolts down now, since we basically kind of had this done. We have some more leveling to do, but I think we're at a point where we can tighten everything down nice and just kind of give you an idea of how that all looks. And then we'll put the cover on. So stay tuned. Okay, so basically it's a 10 millimeter. So I'm gonna go through with a drill and kind of like fasten it up. So you want to make sure you don't over tighten it, because you will squeeze it too much, but you can kind of go through and get it nice and secure. And this is how we're doing this part. All right, so this end's a little, just got to pull it down as we go. That is a cover on, but no clips yet. And let's get down the doorway. Alright, and this is this end.
If he opens the windows at night, what stakes go? You put stakes in?
Yeah, stakes on the tubes, they kind of hold it down.
Yeah.
But alright, so we got the door on, and we got to do some more positioning of this, because you have the Velcro here. That goes there. And we don't have the door frame completely in place yet, but that gives you an idea. And then let's go inside. So I'll give you a peek on it. So that's the door hinge on. Like I said, you got the clamps that you can clamp it down. And that's the guard inside. That's 8-in, but you can see how massive this is in here, 44 feet. So it is just a big area. Okay, so anyway, Brian and Aiden from Garage Mahal, thanks for watching, and be safe out there, right? Be safe.
That looks like a couple $1,000 to me.
Yeah, there you go. Very cool.